So I had to use this, but here's your closure order. If you want to pause the video and read through that, that's the information that you get. Obviously, there was some sort of activity going on here that wasn't supposed to happen. And 7 cans of wipes in the bin. And just as evidence that I have thrown them in the bin. There they are. Now that needs getting rid of. Because if kids find that, they could somebody could get proper pissed on that. Now I don't know whether it's somebody that's, I'm going to leave it, but yeah, that's not good. And then obviously the reason I'm saying it's kids is, so I'm just approaching to see whether they've got a problem with me parking here or not, because they were looking around my fucking scooter. So let's go and find out. He needs to tongue punch that fart box. Welcome back. Just thought I'd take a walk down at Milton Park and see what's been going on over the weekend, as I didn't come down yesterday. It's market day, it's Tuesday. Obviously yesterday was Monday. Now I'm still trying to get the sweet spot on these new microphones I've got, so if the sound quality isn't very good, I really do apologise. As long as it's good enough so you can hear me. Apparently kids were setting fireworks off in the park last night. Kids will be kids. Over at the skate park. Gonna go and see if they've caused any damage over there. I don't know whether Town Estate are over there. Looks like they are. I don't want to get them on camera. Some of them don't like being recorded. There won't be any kids on the skate park this time of the morning, surely. Now, when I were a kid, I'd be up at fucking 7 o'clock in the morning, screaming and shouting at my mum and dad if I can go swimming or not during the summer holidays. We used to literally spend most of the summer holidays in the sodding swimming baths. Used to love it. It's nice and peaceful down the park this morning. There are kids on the skate park, so we can't go over. But yeah, apparently they were setting off fireworks down the park at the skate park last night. Somebody mentioned it on Facebook. Now, something else that's crossed my mind, or crossed my eyesight, should I say, is some planning permission. I was going to go up there, but I'm not going to bother, because I've got a few things to do in town. But some planning permission that's been put up on Baldock's Lane for a children's home. I'll provide a few screenshots and things like that. This is a children's home, I think, for 4 to 5 children, or is it 3 children? It could be 3 children, but yeah. And people are complaining about it. Here's some of the comments that have been made on it, objecting to it. Now, this area is quite a well-to-do area. They're nice houses, they're quite large houses. So you're going to have people like doctors and things like that living up there, probably. People with decent jobs and stuff like that can afford that type of house, all mortgaged. And basically they want planning permission for three underprivileged children. And the locals don't want it. So I made a few comments saying who wouldn't want to help underprivileged kids. Well, they're saying it's not compatible with the culture, or that it's not compatible with the area. Well, all right then, let's just say it isn't. Let's say it isn't compatible with your area. And let's say, okay, we'll move the migrants that was living at West Avenue up there instead. Is that compatible with your area? Anything these people, these liberal socialists, say is complete bollocks, because at the end of the day, as soon as you turn around and mention that you want to move migrants, or children in this case, into their area, they go straight against the planning permission and start throwing a fucking hissy fit. Now, I actually disagree with it. I don't think they should be building a children's home up there. I think they should have it closer to, there's other places they could build it, I'll put it that way, but let's just say the government's placement of certain buildings and certain HMOs isn't exactly brilliant, is it? They haven't got a brilliant record. Look at the one straight across the road from a school on Asfordby Road that the council has objected to. Now, this one has been objected to. I've had a bit of a joke saying they should put 5 of them up there and all that lot, but fucking ignore me. What do I know? I don't think they should put it up there. I do object to it. Now, the actual company that wants to do it is actually linked, believe it or not, to Serco. So let's just say it doesn't work out. It doesn't work out for them. And, you know, what will happen, I just want to show you something. This area where I'm stood now, last year I asked Town Estate if they'd clean it up. For people to come down and use during the dinner breaks, for people to come down and use, you know, read books. As soon as the summer holidays come, what the fuck is going on here? That's kids. 100% kids. All cans of lager. Now that needs getting rid of. Because if kids find that, they could somebody could get proper pissed on that. Now I don't know whether it's somebody that's... I'm going to leave it, but yeah, that's not good. And then, obviously, the reason I'm saying it's kids is because this area was nice and clean and tidy. And people were beginning to use it again, and then you get morons that do that sort of fucking thing, throwing shopping trolleys in it. Absolute fucking idiots. This isn't good. I can see fucking drug paraphernalia down here as well. They cut all the bushes back and everything, the Town Estate did. Now, usually when I'm walking around here, you do smell the odd smell of fucking weed and stuff like that you go into. This is, remember, right, that this is right next to a skate park and where kids play. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cans of lager laid on the floor, all full, unopened by the way, unopened, cans of lager on the floor over where a kids' play area is. Now, I don't know whether to do the responsible thing and bin them. Because they shouldn't just be left on the fucking floor like that because somebody got pissed up. Really, should it? And kids might get hold of them. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fucking bin them. Here I am just about to approach a bin. And this is where they'll be going. Again, kids could have got hold of this stuff. Now, normally you buy them in 8s, so sometimes I've one. But I can't just leave them there like that. I'm sorry, I just can't do that. So here's the bin I'm going to be putting them in. I'm just going to zip the bag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cans of white water in the bin. And just as evidence that I have thrown them in the bin. There they are. Now, I could have gave them away, but I don't think that would be good, that somebody else should be copying somebody else's fucking expense. Just drop the microphone. Sorry about that, drop the microphone, 1 sec. There we go. We're back on. Now I'm just going to take a quick walk round the other park and see what's going on around there. But yeah, there's shopping trolleys in there again and everything. That isn't looking good. I very much doubt Town Estate even know about it. But hey ho. So somebody's going to turn up there this morning wondering where all the fucking beer's gone. And yeah, I threw it in the bin. You can't leave things like that laying around. Kids could have had that. Dear me. So the part behind me, meaning this one, is actually closed at the moment due to having work done on it. Not sure exactly what work it's having done, but yeah, that'll be closed for a couple of days. It's shut. Just about to take a walk through here. Some things you see in towns and cities and things like that are unbelievable. Now, that would have been a regular occurrence in somewhere like Manchester. People just leaving fucking alcohol, drugs, things like that, just fucking laying around. I mean, there's drug paraphernalia back there as well, but you have to be careful what you put on YouTube. If I go video recording that, and then all of a sudden I put it on YouTube, I'm on my last strike. I'll lose my YouTube channel, and I don't want to do that. So I have to be really careful. Now, just recently I've been hemorrhaging subscribers for some reason, which is totally fine, because I don't do it for that. It does help the channel if you have more subscribers, but if people don't want to watch it, they don't want to watch it, do they? I can't force them to watch it, which is the whole point of doing it in the first place, you know. Some people might not like it. You're always going to get haters. You're always going to get people saying you shouldn't be recorded in public. I don't like your content. I don't like you. I don't like your face. I don't like your voice or whatever. They'll always come up with some excuse not to like something. I wouldn't even call it an excuse. They just don't like it. It's all right not to like something, isn't it? So I've just had a bit of a rethink about this children's home thing. You know what I mean? And I sort of think to myself, why wouldn't they want to help children up there? And I was sort of on the fence about it. At one point, the reason I'm on the fence about it is because it is the same company as Serco, and if we give them a fucking inch, they will take a yard. But this is for vulnerable children. And again, why wouldn't you want to help vulnerable children out? 3 vulnerable children, 3. And they're complaining about parking, and they're complaining about the impact it'll have on the community. What, 3 children and 2 carers? Get fucking real, you know what I mean? I can't quite get my head around it. That's one of the reasons I haven't gone up there yet, is because I'm not armed with all the facts. Now, I've just had somebody inbox me saying they've just been up there and had a look round and everything else, and, you know, they agree with it. And I sort of just, I can't disagree with it. I'm finding it very difficult to disagree with. And that's just my personal preference, my personal opinion. Any child that needs a home, any child that needs looking after, especially if they've got special needs, deserve it, in my opinion. They've got more right to that area than some older people like myself. I mean, I would give a shit if they fucking moved in next to me. It's just the simple fact that it is the same company or an off-spurt company of Serco that are doing it. And like I said before, if you give them an inch, they'll take a fucking yard. But what they could do is quite easily swap the one on West Avenue for the one up Bulldogs Lane and see how the residents like that. What do you think they'd do? Do you think they'd object? I'm just about to show you some of the objections. Now, some of them are quite lengthy, so I'm going to have to screen record it. And you'll see my, I accept it and everything else. I'd put 5 up there, like I said before. Now, was I joking? Maybe, maybe not. But it's a difficult one. I've got to admit, it is a very difficult one. Because on one hand, you don't want to be seen to be going against children with special needs. And on the other hand, you don't want to be seen to be going against residents of the area. Everybody else in town has had to put up with new homes being built here, there and everywhere. And you didn't get a choice. You didn't get to object. You didn't get to, you know, have a debate about it. At least they've had a chance to fucking debate it and actually argue about it. You find some of these people are very entitled and think that they deserve more of a voice than everybody else because they're higher up the business ladder than everybody else. Well, it don't fucking work like that anymore, I'm afraid. The mental health red ribbons still tied around lampposts. I just want to say that basically the reason I haven't gone up there yet is because I'm simply not armed with all the facts and all the information. All I've got is what's been sent to me. So I can't go up there and do a story on it without knowing the ins and outs and everything else. But, you know, I mean, again, it's a difficult one. And I think even after I've been up there, I'll still be on the fence about it. I think I agree with it. I'm thinking by the end of this video, I need some sort of outcome for this, because I think it's going to become a big subject, because we've got other HMOs being built straight across the road from a school that did require planning permission because it's for 10 people, but then we've got another one for 4, I think it was, that didn't require any planning permission at all, and it's basically a loophole that they use to actually build these HMOs in the first place. So what can you do? These require HMO for 3 autistic or special needs children and 2 carers, and they're asking for planning permission. Why is that? I just don't get it. So here we are down in town, the police going the wrong way up a one-way street in a scooter. I hope this microphone's working properly, but yeah, there's the police doing the thing. It's changing colour. Are they going to go up there, or are they going to go all the way down to the bottom? Let's watch them. All the way down to the bottom, look. Yeah. Responsible, yet again. So what I've actually decided to do is I'm going to take a ride up to Burton Road and actually see what this is all about, because I've been thinking about doing it anyway. I was going to do it today, and now I'm armed with a little bit more information after chatting to somebody. I think it's best we go up and just take a look. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier just to go up there and have a look. I think it is anyway. So I'm going to ride up there, see what we can see, do a bit of recording, and then I've got to pop back into town and grab a couple of bits from Iceland. But let's go and take a look and see what it's all about. See you in a minute. So I've just popped down here to Willows Close, and I've just found the actual planning permission. There's some planning permission here put in by Milton Borough Council. Description of development. I don't know if this is recording, hold on. Now it is description of development proposed for a child care home under the C3 to the children's home C2. So that's the identity of the planning permission. I'm just parked around there around the corner. Apparently this is private land, but it's publicly accessible. Now, as I said before, this is quite a well-to-do area. These will be liberals, these will be socialists and people like that. You know, people with a bit of the old money, the old readies, if you want to put it like that. So I thought we'd take a look. Apparently it's number 2. It's got a shared driveway or something along those lines. Double garage, block paving, all the rest of it. So I'm guessing that it's one of these houses here. And the way it's been described is parking problems. There's enough for 2 or 3 cars on that driveway. Now we'll take a walk round. Now these people are opposed to this child home being put down here for some reason, and it'd be interesting to know why. It'd be interesting to get people's opinions on it, wouldn't it? Now I personally would be all for it, but you know, I don't have to live up here, do I? I don't have to live in this area. So yeah, it is quite a posh area, as you can see. You can guarantee some of them will have some Palestine flags somewhere or something, and would be opposed to seeing the Union flag or the St George's flag. Now there's some very nice cars around this area as well, as you can see. So this is a dead end, so we'll have to walk back up. But yeah, as you can see by the area, I think it's all down to basically privilege is what it's down to by the looks of it. I can't see any problem at all with the children's home being up here. It's an ideal spot. There's no parking issues here. It's very quiet, in fact. And just here on the corner where my scooter's actually parked, I believe it's closed at the moment, but you've got a school for underprivileged kids anyway, I think. Private property keep out. The Melton Learning Hub. So you've got this here as well. Use of the ring doorbell. Please note. Now this is a shared driveway. I think somebody's actually living there at the minute, so the planning permission for that area. I'm not going to go onto their private land. Apparently all this is private land. But I'm not going to be a dick and start going all over the place. But I will zoom in. So I believe that's the property in question. It's got 2 garages. Even if it was the one down the bottom, they'd have all this area here to play on, look. Let's go out onto the main road and take a look at the traffic and just how bad the traffic is. Now, as you can see by the comments, that's the main thing that they're worried about. This is a Tuesday, one of the busiest days of the week here in Melton Mowbray. In fact, the busiest day of the week. It's around 10, 11 o'clock. And again, for context, if you want to pause the video, there's the planning permission. And all these people that live down here are opposed to it. They don't want it down here. But again, there's nobody around to talk to us to find out why. Why don't they want it down here? But again, I think it's down to people being self-entitled. When you've got a learning hub right there, you've got a college literally just up the road from here as well. Whether they're able to, I'll show you. In fact, I'll show you how far from the main road it actually is. This is Burton Road that we're walking up to now. And again, you've got the learning hub that I'm just walking past now. And I can't see any problem with people letting these kids have somewhere to stay. Again, I was a little bit reluctant to say anything about it being connected to Serco, because it is. They are, this company is a sister company of Serco, apparently. That's speculation at the moment, but still. So something's been sold here. Here's your learning hub. Here's your main road just off Baldock's Lane. Birchwood School, Sherard School, and Community Centre right there in black and fucking white. So in my opinion, this is literally down to people being toffee-nosed and they don't want it in their area. Well, the suggestion that I'm going to make is, okay, if you don't want these children up this area, that's fine, but it's going to become a HMO anyway. Why don't we move the people that were going to stay in West Avenue, 5 illegal migrants, and move them up here and let the children have the property up on West Avenue? Because I'm sure around that area they would not mind that one single bit. There's a goat in there. There's a bloody goat. That's awesome. You don't see many of them. But yeah, like I say, this is very close to Birchwood, which is a school for special needs and things like that. They do absolutely excellent work and everything else, you know. And these people on this housing estate down here do not want to help children out because they've got their heads, they're probably voted Labour. I'm sorry, but that's what I think, and if anybody wants to talk about it, I'm quite willing to stand and have a debate about this. Now I know a little more about it. And again, the house in question is that one right there, here on Wallows Close. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my scooter and pop back into town. But yeah, I mean, There's no problem with fucking parking here at all. This could be a little bit more better. I mean, look, it's all overgrown on the public footpath. But there'd be absolutely no issues with 3 children and 2 carers staying in that property down there with 2 garages, no parking problems. This is literally down to people basically being up their own arse. That's literally what it is. I'm sorry, but I don't care what people say. And again, just to show you, it's right on this learning hub here. It's just up the road from Birchwood. So it's not like they haven't got this round the area at all already. And they said it won't be in keeping with the area, community-wise. Fuck off. If anybody knows who these are in the white van, please tell me, because I have not got a clue. I have had to come back out to record this video for the simple reason the thing I was using at the time didn't exactly work. So what I'm doing is I'm down at Lake Terrace and I'm actually recording a video to do with the new housing estate that's around this area. And there's a house, one particular house that I want to go and actually take a look at. But I thought we'd take a walk around, see what's going on. I'm actually using my phone and I'm actually using the new microphones that I've bought. But I'm parked up over there, as you can see. We'll take a walk along here, and there's one of the houses that have had some sort of order from the council and the police on it somewhere around here. And I think it was a couple of months ago it happened now. I just thought it'd be worth coming to take a look to see exactly what it was all about. Now, I have been down to Baldock's Lane this morning, and there's a house round there that basically has had planning permission put in for 3 children and 2 carers to convert the house into a care home for children. And the local residents of the area do not want it there, which I think is absolutely fucking disgusting, because they're nothing but toffee-nosed twats, in my opinion. Now, that's what I think. Now, people might disagree with me saying that, but that's your right to disagree, and it's my right to say what the fuck I want. But anyway, I thought we'd take a look at some of these houses up here, and there's one particular one that's had a closure order on it. And what's a closure order? Well, basically it means that the house, whoever was living there at the time, has been thrown out. The police have locked the house down, and basically nobody lives there anymore. Now, this is usually due to, you know, drug activity and things like that. So things like county lines and other activities like that. So let's go and take a look at that and see what we can find. I didn't want to have to come out again and do it, but I'm going to anyway, because I need the content from my YouTube channel. Now, I think I've took a wrong turn somewhere, but I'm going to take this turn here anyway. This is the building site. As you can see, I'm going to hopefully get all this in one shot. But, ow, I've got trousers on today. There's kids down there looking at my fucking bike. Let me just make sure they're not... Yeah, leave my fucking scooter alone, mate. Just going to walk up there and make sure they're not touching my scooter. So I'm just approaching to see whether they've got a problem with me parking here or not, because they were looking around my fucking scooter. So let's go and find out. So I weren't going to record them, but yeah, they're absolutely fine with my scooter being there. They just thought how cool it was, so they went and had a look. I've just said, can you keep an eye on it for us? They said, yeah, we live on the corner, nobody actually parks there. He's chasing his dog. He's got an absolutely gorgeous Staffy Bull Terrier. I've just been fussing it. Yeah, they're cool lads. So they said they'll keep an eye on the scooter for me to make sure nothing fucking happens to it. That's helpful. That's really helpful. Now, these houses have got car charging on them, electric car charging. And it seems the demographic of the area is predominantly white, from what I can see. But I didn't want to come and have a look at that. I wanted to come and have a look at this house that's just up the road and see what was going on with that. And them guys were enjoying a smoke and running the dog. They've got the kids out playing footy and pulling wheelies on the bikes and stuff. And I can understand when they see a scooter like mine, they might find it interesting because it's something a bit different, isn't it? It's not to everybody's taste, but a Vespa PX, I mean, it's all to do with the mod scene and things like that, isn't it? Anyway, I'm going to go and take a look at this this house. We should be there in a second. So we're just approaching it now. I used to live around this area myself, so I know what the area is like, and my sister used to live down here as well before she moved out, just up there on Lake Terrace. So this is the house that's had a closure order on it. This was the video that I was missing. Now I am using a different microphone because literally it's windy, so I had to use this. But here's your closure order. If you want to pause the video and read through that, that's the information that you get. Obviously there was some sort of activity going on here that wasn't supposed to happen, and there's some here on the back door as well. So I don't know who it was that lived here, but I'm going to close this gate. I think that's fucked. Yeah, the gate's fucked, so you can't really close it. But yeah, there's the place with the closure order on it. And this is a new housing estate, and it's absolutely huge. Now that must be a 5-bedroomed house. A 5-bedroomed house with a closure order on it. I'm hearing Polish music, so there might have been a lot of Polish people moving around here, which is absolutely brilliant. We love the fucking Polish. If I could move anywhere now out of Great Britain, I would definitely move to Poland. They've got it right. They've got it 100% right. But as I said before, I'm literally doing this video to just fucking, you know, extra footage from a fucking YouTube channel and everything. So that's what it's all about. See you in a minute. So this one here hasn't been moved into yet, but this is quite a large house, as you can. This would be the perfect candidate for a HMO in my opinion. I don't want to get anybody else's house in that shouldn't be in it, but as you can see, it's large. I don't know whether it's a show home or not, but I'll have a look online how much they're actually selling for, and then you can take a look from there. But yeah, I'm just going to get back up to my scooter and go from there. I'm going to ride home, get this video edited. I'm going to show you just how close this place is. It takes me 10 minutes to ride here, but to walk it, you could probably walk it in 10. Now that doesn't make much sense. We'll do in a minute. And then I'll do my outro, and that'll be the end of the video at last. Now I have been up to the one at Bulldogs Lane, like I said before. And again, I think it's just toffee-nosed people not wanting certain types of people there. I've done a screen recording, or a friend's done a screen recording for me of all the comments that have been left on it. So you can see that in the video if you need to pause it. But if you live on Asfordby Road, just down here, behind that house there is the golf course. That's how to Asfordby Road. Asfordby Road is just there. So you can see just how close we are to the locks. You've got Longfield School just over there, a road over there, and all of this. I don't know whether it's going to be developed. I'm guessing it is, because we've got a digger down there. All this land just gone. Anyway, this has been Street Switch Photography. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Go and hit the notification bell. Again, I've had to use this microphone because it is windy and you won't be able to hear a word I'm saying otherwise, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.
Someone says it had 5 gears and a bloody clutch.